Hey y'all, what's up? It's Tiffany. Good morning, first of all. I hope everybody woke up in good spirits. Today I wanted to take you guys through a realistic morning with me because on social media they be having all of these little gifts and gadgets in the morning, like they just wake up real cute and pretty and everything is all good. This is my realistic morning. It just so happened today, I had ordered groceries last night and it came this morning, so you guys are gonna see that. But anyway, I want to talk about being codependent versus being independent. A lot of people don't realize they are codependent, and they always are wondering why they feel that they can't move forward. A lot of times, when now, before I say this disclaimer, I'm not saying that you don't need help from anybody, because we all need help at one point in time. What I'm saying is, it's a lot of things that we have to do on our own. It's a lot of things that as human beings, we have to endure them on our own. And this is because it builds strength within our spirit, it builds confidence within ourselves. It's easy to call someone up on the phone and say, hey, can you do this for me? Even if it's something that you can do. You know, um, personally, I don't call anybody to do anything until I have exhausted all of my own personal resources. I feel like I am less codependent. I feel like I'm more independent than codependent. I feel like there's a balance. There is a balance because sometimes, you do have to depend on certain people to do things. But if I can do something on my own, most likely I'm not going to call anybody for it. If I know I can do it on my own, I'm not going to call anybody for it. Just for the simple fact that we have to learn how to stand alone. We have to learn how to stand on our own 10 toes. And being able to call somebody every time you don't want to do something or you don't feel like doing something, that's not going to help you in your journey. There are going to be times within your journey that you are going to be alone. There are going to be times where you're going to be isolated and you're going to have to do things on your own. And depending on who you are, that's going to be very hard. I know people that are very independent, like myself, but I also know people that cannot do anything without another person. I mean, they can't make a decision without another person. They can they can't even clean up without another person. They have to have a partner. And that's all well and good. But there are times in your journey where you're going to be alone. And it's through these times that you build that confidence within your character to know that you can endure anything. I remember when I was in an isolated period in my life. It was about a 3-year period, actually. And I've always been an independent person. Even when I was younger, my mom would get, my mom would call me grown, but it wasn't grown. I was just independent. I just knew that I could do things on my own. And I've always been that way. My biggest challenge within those 3 years when I was isolated was I got too comfortable with doing everything on my own. So when I came out of that isolation, there were times when people would want to do things for me and I would decline. I wouldn't let them do it. It was the opposite for me. So I'm at the time in my life where I'm learning how to, maybe, I don't want to say ask for help, but learning how to take my hands off the wheel and let other people do things for me. It's very challenging. I'm not going to lie, because again, I'm an independent person, but as you guys can see on this video, I'm getting groceries. I'm putting them up. I'm doing everything on my own. My kids are at school, by the way. Um, Even if they weren't, I probably would have done this myself. Except for the waters, I would have had my kids get those. But my point is, being independent is something that we all have to develop in this life, but also being codependent is something that I had to learn, because everything is balanced. And my life wasn't balanced because I was way too independent. So I started letting people help me. I don't let everybody help me. I feel like all help is not good help. And that's one of the things that I wholeheartedly believe. But I do take my hands off the wheel and let people help me sometimes. And I have to realize that that's okay. So if anybody's having trouble with help, just tell yourself, do you need help? And if you do, just let people help you. It's okay. I promise it's okay. No one is going to make fun of you because you need help. And if they do, then they need help, you know? Don't even think about that. Just ask. You never know what anybody is going to say. Somebody's willing to help. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this message. I hope you got something out of it, you know. Being independent is not bad. Being codependent is not bad. It's all a matter of balance. You have to balance it all out. You can't be one thing too much. Life is all about balance, and that's how you achieve true happiness, by keeping yourself balanced and by staying balanced in your own life. So that's all I got for y'all. And I hope the rest of your day goes wonderfully. And I love you. Bye.